Now, looking at pgLang and what kind of look they're getting is that that's a good commercial that they've put out. Good narration utilizing the players. Understand this is a player's first initiative. And now at that point, all you need from pgLang is to walk around and just network with other advertising companies. So what would that mean in the future is that it's not necessarily about like, oh, they're going to get some major deal or anything about that. It's more about like, who can they work with so that when it comes to future ad campaigns, it's going to be an even better look. So it's like they're kind of like building their own resume and marketing while still operating as what this is right now. Yo, right here in the small box. So let's not waste no more time. Let's just get to the video, bro. Let's just go.
I always loved what we brought to the game, but didn't like where it came from. The way we talk, the way we dress, the way we move. For too long, everyone profited from player culture, except the players themselves. But all that changes when players stop moving alone and start to move as one. Different cities, different backgrounds, different stories, same love. No gatekeepers, just players deciding what happens with what we built. Turning visibility into leverage, turning reach into opportunity, turning culture into something that finally benefits the players. Because the game was never only about basketball, it's about legacy. And who gets to shape what comes next? We are players united, and together, we own the game.
Yeah, y'all heard the commercial, but do y'all really know the magnitude of what's going on? Let's just look at a couple quotes that was said in here by Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is the narrator. If y'all don't know, the NBA was always going against Kyrie Irving beliefs. You know, good or bad or indifferent. But Kyrie Irving had his own beliefs of how he should be operating. And then, you know, the NBA didn't appreciate things. The same way with Jaylen Brown. You see Fred VanVleet is in here. He's the freaking president of the NBPA. So they got they got a player being the president of the NBPA. I think the previous one was Chris Paul. This is an organization next to the NBA that supports the players, right? So all 500 players are under this umbrella or enterprise where they freaking try to deal with player grievance.
Yo, Shanice, the link is not even opening up for me.
Try to deal with people if you're getting fined wrongfully. They try to combat that. It's like 500 plus players, including like a few like lawyers and executives that try to fight for the players. You know, based on if the NBA is being too strict or dealing with contracts and the contracts are not being as, you know, appropriate for the players and such, right? Now, Kyrie Irving is stating things in here that's key factors of IP ownership. The blueprint is by me, by Kendrick Lamar and Dave Free and pgLang. Let's lock in on what the words he has said.
Always loved what we brought to the game, but didn't like where it came from. The way we talk, the way we dress.
They always love what we brought to the game, but didn't like where it came from. We always love what we bring to the game, but they don't like where we come from. They want to make sure, if you didn't know, the NBA tried to stop, you know, Allen Iverson and them, how they was dressing, because Allen Iverson was coming to the NBA dressed in his street clothes and his chains, and they wanted players to come in here dressed more appropriately. So they was trying to freaking silence the way that Allen Iverson was even dressing to the games and how people want to dress with their freaking jewelry on and freaking their street clothes, right? That was something that happened in the past before, but keep it going.
The way we move. For too long, everyone profited from player culture, except the players themselves.
For too long, everybody profited from player culture except for the player themselves. The NBA, if y'all don't know, they be doing deals with 2K and Nike and freaking trading card games. They always do these deals that freaking group up the players to make them get this big old middleman. I'm the middleman. I'm the NBA. Wherever the players are doing, I want a piece of the pie. If y'all got them in 2K, I want a piece of the pie. If I got them in trading cards, I want a piece of the pie. I profit off of the player's brand, their freaking name, their freaking image, and their likeness. NIL. Y'all keep profiting off of us, right? and we don't profit off our own self. Y'all taking so much of our own actual money off of our brand, off of our image, off of our likeness, and we gotta take it back. Go ahead.
But all that changes when players stop moving alone and start to move as one.
All that changed when players stop moving alone, stop moving separately. Kevin Durant, with you and your Drake commercial. Stop moving separately and let's all move as one and take control of our brand that the NBA piggybacks off of.
Ownership.
See,
I like
they
that.
think that because we play for them for freaking 48 minutes, that means they can take everything outside of that as well. We gotta freaking deal with the them taking a percentage out of the Gatorade, out of the Nikes, out of the freaking, like I said, the 2K money, the freaking the trading card money. It's a lot of things that the NBA piggybacks off of the players because we keep moving. We moving as one. If we group together and fight this, it's nothing the NBA can do once we all are in this, this group, the NBPA.
Different cities, different backgrounds, different stories, same love. No gatekeepers, just players deciding what happens with what we built.
No gatekeepers, just players deciding what happened with what we built. We built this. Y'all need us, but y'all keep taking from us. No more gatekeepers, no more middlemen, no more NBA saying we want a piece of the pie. Us as players are going to make sure we freaking network ourselves. We're going to brand ourselves. We're going to use our name, image, and likeness to make sure that we have our deals directed to consumer. We want to be directly to the consumer. I want to talk to freaking Nike without NBA being involved. I want to talk to freaking 2K without the NBA being involved. I want to talk to the trading card companies without the NBA being involved. Whatever deals I'm doing with Google or Apple or freaking Pinterest, we're going to talk about Pinterest too. I want to talk to those guys without the NBA putting their fingers all over it. Go ahead.
Turning visibility into leverage. Turning reach into opportunity.
Turning visibility to leverage. Turning reach into opportunity.
Turning culture into something that finally benefits the players. Because the game was never only about basketball.
Turning culture that finally benefits the players, because the game was never really about basketball. The ending goal was never about, hey, just pick up a basketball, shoot the ball, and that's your career, you're done. That was never the goal. You see, what sucks is you see basketball players or NFL players get done with the game and then they don't know what to do after the game is over with. After you got freaking, obviously people know what to do, but some people just go into a spiral where they do not know what to do after they done with basketball or after they're done with football, and they kind of go into this spiral. They go into these moments where they crashing out or going into freaking debt because they failed to freaking take advantage of what happened inside the sport. It was never based upon just being an athlete and that's it. You have to make sure you brand yourself, market yourself, and freaking prepare for your future while being an athlete. Make sure you prepare and set yourself to to thrive for your future. And Kyrie being a narrator right now, based off of what's going on, it's kind of crazy.
It's about legacy. And who gets to shape
legacy.
What comes next?
Shape what comes next.
We are players united.
Fred VanVleet, the president of NBPA.
And together, we own the game.
We own the game. Previously about what the NBPA was doing beforehand compared to what they're doing right now. Players United launches Own the Game. Film at Cannes Lions. We're going to talk about Cannes Lions too. An international festival of creativity. Kyrie Irving narrates the campaign featuring 22 NBA players, including 11 NBA All-Stars headlined by Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Stephen Curry, Kawhi Leonard, Jamal Murray, Karl-Anthony Towns, and more, right? New York, June 22, 2026, the National Basketball Players Association, NBPA, today announced the launch of Players United, a new commercial brand that transformed the collective influence of NBA players into products, partnerships, and global business opportunities. Players United will operate as a consumer-facing brand that markets and commercializes the collective name, image, and likeness rights of the world's most recognizable athletes. The initiative turns players' individual reach into freaking collective leverage, working with brands and the industry leaders to open doors for new fan experiences, global licensing opportunities, merchandise, content, player brand collaboration, strategic investments, and more. The new brand will come to life at the Players United Performance Center, opening in Los Angeles, in LA, this summer as an off-season home for NBA players. Fred VanVleet, I think this is Fred VanVleet's statement. I am excited to be a part of an organization that truly aligned with the vision and values of NBA players, said NBPA president Fred VanVleet, who plays for the Houston Rockets, the point guard. Players United was born out of a desire to own a piece of the ecosystem we built, and we intend to.
pgLang is doing this? I gotta get a better understanding, because like I'm literally like right there, but in my mind I'm just like, okay, what does this look like? What kind of what can we see come from this in the future? That's where my mind is right now, but I'm kind of getting the understanding of what's going on, but let's just keep going.
To bring fans to a side of the business that truly reflects player culture. The launch of Players United marks a turning point to how we view our business footprint, said incoming NBPA Executive Director and Players United CEO David Kelly. Instead of just renting out player talent to the league and teams, we're operating as an enterprise itself, using our unified voice to build equity and drive the market. So if y'all didn't know what's going on before, the NBPA that had all the players with them, they had to freaking rent out the name, the image, and the likeness to the NBA. So they was the contracts that was negotiating going on for the players to get their money. The NBPA was renting out the players, NIL to the NBA for NBA to use it towards, like I said, 2K games, video games, freaking trading card games, whatever deals they got to deal with Gatorade or whatever's going on. The players will rent the NBPA will rent the players to the NBA. Mm-hmm. The NBA will take a piece of the pie and then give a percentage back to the players. And what they're trying to do right now is saying there's no more renting. We're taking out the middleman. The NBPA is for all 500 players, 500 plus.
Okay, so okay. This is why we need the info. So what I'm understanding from what Josh is saying, actually from what I heard earlier, pgLang were only in charge of the commercial. I think the union is run by someone else. Yeah, they just did the advertising or this promotional video. Okay, because this can easily get misconstrued for a lot of people that is not understanding this. That's why I needed a better understanding, because I would have ran with like, yo, pgLang's doing something crazy. Nah. That's why I want my info first. I want to make sure I get my info down before we can make a video. But even then, for this, gotta be really careful when making a video on this, because a lot of people are going to assume coming out of the video that pgLang has some parts of this when they only did the commercial or the advertising for this. If I was to make a video, I would have to make that clear from the start before we go down this list. So it's not really about pgLang is doing this. It's more about pgLang is helping to show this. That's mainly what's happening right now. Did I listen to the YG album? I did not listen to the YG album. However, they might also have some point, I think, have a hand in representing talent. That's the info I really want. I want to play some 2K right now. It's hilarious. What's good, Noah? That's why I don't know if I can make a video on this yet, if I'm going to be honest. Because I need to know exactly what pgLang's hands are doing on this. You can look on their webpage. That's a good point. Doesn't Rock Nation do this right now? I think there's a couple. Rock Nation might be one, but I think Young Money does this too, if I'm correct. Young Money Cash Money. I think they do this as well. I could be wrong. I know they deal with players though. Wayne might do it too. YG album though, I heard that was just someone was trying to. I heard no, someone was telling me the other day the YG album was like a confession tape. They were confessing too much about their insecurities.
Players, and the deal they did beforehand was to rent the players, you know, NIL to the NBA. They were like or loan it to them. Like, here, take this, and then it has like big huge contracts will happen for the players. They're probably like making millions off of it, and then they'll disperse it. But the NBA makes a lot more. Instead of that happening right now, they're saying we're going to get rid of that whole middleman aspect of things. We're not going to do no more renting. We're not renting our likeness, our name, and our image to the NBA no more. We're going to own everything now and then do it for ourselves, direct to consumer, which hence the Cannes Lions freaking festival right now, right? Key partners of Players United will have the exclusive opportunity to leverage its expansive lifestyle player image library for marketing purposes, alongside premier sponsorships opportunities as brand new Players United Performance Center. Additionally, Players House, a co-created premium experience where players serve as the architects of their own activations, will be a cornerstone initiative showcasing how Players United shows up to cultural events around the world. It was designed to directly connect brands and each player's highly engaged niche community in a carefully curated, elevated atmosphere. So, if y'all don't know what's going on, I want y'all to see this real quick.
Week at the craziest and the
this is Cannes Lions right now. Yeah, the collective bargaining agreement.
You got that
sure.
right?
This is Cannes Lions right now.
I spent a week at the craziest and the fanciest festival that you've probably never heard of. And here are 5 things I learned, from least to most surprising. The cheapest ticket to Cannes Lions is 4,095 euros. But if you are one of these brands renting a beach space, it costs $2 to $4 million.
You saw pictures too, right?
If you are one of these brands renting a
should I decorate our walls or log off the Pinterest?
Beach space. It costs $2 to $4 million a week. Number 2, Cannes Lions Festival is like Oscars, but for advertising. So 15,000 people come to Cannes, France to win this gold lion. This year, the winners were the Ad for Women's World Cup, Michael Cervi campaign, and Down Syndrome Awareness campaign. Number 3 is location. This is the same place where the famous Cannes Film Festival is held. I saw the Olympic torch being lit here by...
So Cannes Lions is the Oscars of advertisement. When you go to Cannes Lions, you go there for networking, marketing. Obviously, all these CEOs, all these executives get together, all these billionaires get together, and they market with each other. They freaking got stationary areas along the beach, along the coastline, like Google, like Apple, like Pinterest, whatever, FIFA, the NBA. You have all these entities all freaking representing themselves, and these billionaires are marketing with one another. They give out awards, you know, the Grand Lion, I think it's called the Grand Lion Award. They give out awards for who's the best freaking marketer or advertisement. This is the freaking mecca. This is the worldwide mecca for advertising, for freaking marketing with freaking massive companies. And now the NBPA, who did a freaking they did a freaking Cannes Lions commercial. This commercial in France was in Cannes Lions, the festival, the whole thing is going on. They are saying, we're not going to have a middleman speak for us at these events or at these venues. We're going to have the actual players be here, direct to consumer, and freaking speak for themselves to talk to freaking Google and Apple and freaking, 2K or whatever the companies are. They are no longer going to deal with the middleman of the NBA. These players will now freaking be their own name, image, and likeness. There's no more.
Y'all see how this can be confusing though? Like, y'all see how, like, literally, like, it doesn't take me long to like wrap my brain around these things, but like, it's taking me a long time. I'm just gonna be really honest. Let's just keep going, man. We're like halfway through.
Renting. They will be the people to speak up to these billionaires and market and make sure that they are the ones that get all the freaking equity when it involves all these deals. The NBPA, Players United, is just based off of the 500 freaking players taking full control of their own brand again. Hey, y'all been using the NBA to market for us. they had a percentage of our equity, our money. We're no longer doing that no more. We're gonna have we're having our own umbrella, our own business to speak for ourselves. And we will do it in the we will do a freaking commercial in the Oscars of advertisement. We will do a commercial in the Oscars of advertisement where the biggest companies in the world all get together to come here in France or Grand Lions,
So what I'm understanding is that because you have the commercial at one of the biggest platforms for marketing and advertising, what I'm getting is this is potentially an opportunity for pgLang to take what they got and try to network with other companies out there so they can actually build something or utilize other companies for other campaigns or anything like that. So that's basically what I'm getting. I think that's the sum up or the summary of this video. It's not necessarily that pgLang has something attached to this. We don't know that information yet, but it's more about the look. So the fact that you have the NBA players, okay, and they are part of the NBPA, and they're launching a new initiative for NBA players to cut out the middlemen, which also that means more revenue for players, more money in players' pockets. Of course, NBPA is going to get some sort of cut, but that would mean NBA players can actually build a brand properly off of their own names. Just imagine, especially for for Jaylen Brown, for what he's done, for what he's been doing, moving outside and inside the court. This can help players build their brands. That's basically what's going on here. When we're talking about pgLang, we don't know, like I said, what they're doing with this outside of what we got. We got Boss Lady with the 10 bits. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. They directed the video for that is up for an award this week in France. How the college kids are getting a better deal now, it seems like. Absolutely, Alex, absolutely. And I'm glad you brought that up. I'm actually really glad you brought that up. So continuing along now, looking at pgLang and what kind of look they're getting is that that's a good commercial that they've put out. Good narration utilizing the players. Understand this is a players first initiative. And now at that point, all you need from pgLang is to walk around and just network with other advertising companies. So what would that mean in the future is that it's not necessarily about like, oh, they're going to get some major deal or anything about that. It's more about like, who can they work with so that when it comes to future ad campaigns, it's going to be an even better look. So it's like they're kind of like building their own resume and marketing while still operating as what this is right now. So that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. So I ain't gonna lie, that alone is good because that route is actually different from what other labels be doing, because labels don't do that. Labels don't focus on that. So imagine what they can do internationally. Imagine what kind of ad campaigns they can put out in other countries outside of just North America. So the possibilities of marketing, advertising potential coming from pgLang actually increases, or no, it multiplies by at least like 5 or 10 fold. That's major. It's really just a union. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we got Boss Lady in the building. Yes, ma'am. The NBPA, National Basketball Players Association, recently partnered with Kendrick Lamar and Dave Free's creative agency pgLang to launch a new consumer-facing brand called Players United. Yup. Yeah, my friend's nephew stayed an extra year in college and is going to make more money this year than he would have in college. This deal might help flip it where NBA seems more lucrative. Absolutely. And even going into like college players now, understanding their situation, understanding what's going on with them, how they've successfully To this day, I don't know how, but successfully. There's not a lot, but there are some college players that do get some incredible blessings before they even touch the NBA. And then how does it make sense that they have NBA players where they're getting, it's almost like they're getting a percentage sum because they're under this house and because they're renting their name out. The NBA would get more than what the player would get. And it's kind of funny that it's happening now. Not really funny, but it's more about like, it makes sense to do it now because of how much gambling is a part of the NBA. Knowing that the NBA is probably getting a lot of money from gambling alone. Bro, why are you robbing the players at this point? So when you see the names attached to this, it's like, this is ideal. This is perfect. This is exactly what they need to do so they can be successful, so they can build their own brands while outside from just sitting down and waiting for their moment, because that's what a lot of NBA players are doing. They're sitting down and waiting for the opportunity when they can actually go out and get it, right? Especially for college football, get your money now because the odds are not going to be drafted, or the odds of you're not going to be drafted, or if you are, you might not last longer than, exactly, especially in football too, considering injuries, considering concussions, concussions alone. Okay? So that's good. That's really good. That's really good. Facts. Average lifespan in NFL is like, exactly, and typically making salary minimum. Yup. Without a doubt. So the main thing that everybody can take away from this is just, pgLang is creating a stage away from the main stage. A lot of the reason why a lot of these labels are not working to this day actually comes down to how they're pushing and advertising. Funny enough. But if you put yourself in spaces where you can have an endless influx of marketers and advertisers that you can work with, the possibilities of just pushing projects, the possibilities of pushing initiatives, to push like just different ideas, it's damn near endless at that point for them. So now I get it. Now I understand it. Took me long enough, but I get it.
Grand Lions Festival, not Grand Lions, the Cannes Lions Festival. They all come here for like a week. It's like, I think it's June. What's today? I think it's June 22 to like June 26. You see them all these CEOs, all these executives, all these companies get like little freaking sections along the coastline to market. They do private little seminars. They do all these dang panels. They do all these things to market with each other. And then after, that's in the daytime. And at nighttime, these freaking CEOs get a little wild at nighttime. But they do this for the whole freaking week, where they're renting out parts of the beach to freaking, advertise and promote and freaking network. But now it's gonna be the players. They are doing it on the biggest platform. The NBPA are making sure the players are now the people to go here and promote and network and advertise and speak for themselves, and not allow the NBA to be the middleman. The ultimate IP ownership, the blueprint is by me. So pgLang and freaking Kendrick Lamar are freaking now like collabing or being a freaking the face or merging with NBPA to make sure that these players get their just due. Y'all saw it in the commercial how Kyrie was like, they use our name to profit off of us more than the actual player. And now they're saying that us as a player base, all 500 plus players, we have 680 million followers combined as players, more than the NBA could ever do by themselves.
Absolutely.
So why are we relying on the NBA to profit off of us when we have 680 million people looking at us? So instead of us relying on the NBA, let's rely on ourselves as a player, as a people. Instead of people doing shit like this,
Oh my God.
Instead of you going out your way to not be a part of the commercial, KD, for Cannes Lions, of course you wouldn't be a part of it because it's pgLang, NBPA, pgLang, Project 3, Players United. Instead of doing commercials like this, being a simp, being the reason why Nike's going to keep on profiting and benefit off of you in the future, once your commercial is over with, who cares about y'all commercial? We needed y'all to advertise for us, and you did it. Thank you. Appreciate you. You an endorsement. You a trade. You were a trade to us. We appreciate your face, your image, your likeness, your brand, your name. Now, thank you. Move on while we benefit in the long haul for having more and more people come to Nike because they see KD there, right? And you see Drake having that same similar face in the background like this.
Yo, what the fuck?
The same face. The same face, the same angle. I didn't do it. All you gotta do is put 2 purple shoes right here. I didn't do it. The same exact, Julian, I didn't do it. Look, the same exact smile with the... It's not me. I don't put this together. I don't put this together. Drake and KD.
Why?
The problem. The reason why the NBA is on the benefit, the person that Kyrie Irving is saying,
Vibrant?
the same teammate that Kevin Durant played with, the same thing that Stop letting them feed off of your name and your likeness and your freaking your image. We take over control once we stop moving separately. You're moving separately, Kevin Durant. Come over here with the players. You see Jalen Brunson, the New York Knicks champion. You see Karl Anthony Towns, New York Knicks champion. Move like Steph Curry. His name is like so massive. Like, does it really work if Steph Curry images, Steph Curry being a part of it, his face being in there? Hey, LeBron, keep the family away. Steph Curry, keep the family away. Steph Curry like, bam, I'm going with Kendrick Lamar. Steph Curry like, bam, I'm going, let me see Steph Curry's face again.
The way we move.
Curry,
For
30.
too long.
Hey, Curry said, all right, bet. I'll make sure to keep my family away from that Drake motherfucker.
Oh my
You're right.
God.
I'm sorry, Kendrick Lamar. You're right. I'm gonna keep Drake away from.
Bro, I was literally about to talk about how on some of the jerseys, there's like exclusive jerseys where there's like something that you can scan on the jersey. And like from when you scan it on your phone, it will kind of take you into the locker room of where the players are. If I'm correct, I don't know if they still have that going on with the jerseys, but that's the kind of technology that they added to the jersey, where it's like you can interact and kind of see what's going on. Now, I don't know if they still do that. I don't know if that still works, but imagine what the players can do with their own brands, with their own brand name, and then you have that. That's fire. But then you went on this whole Drake shit.
My family. You're right. Yes, I'm all for the players. I'm all for the culture. I am not about to do this fucking middleman shit no more. I'm just telling you. I'm just showing you what he in. Kendrick Lamar and Project 3. They are highly. Kendrick Lamar is highly. pgLang, Day Free. They are highly involved in Project 3. Highly involved in Players United. Highly involved in freaking the whole freaking NBPA taking over control. They are involved in this. So for any player to freaking be a part of this, agrees with what Kendrick Lamar and pgLang is doing. They are setting up a facility. Let me read the facility part for players in LA. Anybody that's in this picture right now, in this commercial, is highly appreciative or on the freaking ship with Day Free, pgLang, Kendrick Lamar. The Los Angeles training facility, unveiling this August in tandem with the launch of Players United, is a new training facility in Los Angeles, opening exclusively for players. This 24/7 performance center meets the high demand of the Los Angeles hub by allowing athletes to train on their own schedules in a state-of-art, player-owned environment. The design and development of space was directed by players like Chet Holmgren, Kyrie Irving, Chris Paul, and Fred VanVleet to ensure the facility meets exact needs of the modern player. They gonna be over there freaking being in a facility that's only meant for the players to deal with their training, to deal with promoting, to deal with marketing, commercialing. It's not just the facility is not just based off of you coming over here to just.
Yo, we got Ron in the YouTube chat. What's good, gang? The step switch up is crazy. It's hilarious.
Train and play basketball. Literally, it's there for people to market, promote, train, freaking create content. It's like a whole facility for anybody to come over here and create content. And it's a lot going on with the facility, right? In August. The thing about everything that's happening, this dude, Kendrick Lamar, every step of the way, he's going against what is the easy way. The favorable route is to say, hey, NBA, just take a percentage and I'm good with that. At least I get my money too. This is exactly the same thing that's going on with the players, the NBPA compared to the NBA. And the players are going with the NBPA route, which was not like this all the time. The NBPA, even though it was for
the training facility is a nice touch because everything can get done within the facility. In terms of commercial shoots, in terms of even how they scan NBA players for 2K, all those things could be done within the Los Angeles training facility. Regardless of how you want to direct commercials, how you want to make Instagram reels, anything like that. Bro, just think about Super Bowl commercials. Think about NBA Finals commercials. It could be done in that training facility. And it doesn't have to be the greatest thing on planet Earth. All you got to do is just have state-of-the-art gym equipment, ball court, everything. That's all you need. Of course, the spend is going to be high, but the return would be higher. Because this initiative would work, because what player wouldn't want to build their own name into a brand? Just think about the possibilities of what NBA... Wow, words are hard. Just imagine the possibilities of what NBA... What the hell? Just imagine the possibilities of what NBA players can do with their own names now. Why wouldn't Steph Curry want to be there? Why wouldn't Jalen Brunson want to be there? Think about the future NBA drafts. Think about the future when the younger players, the newbie players, the brand new players to the NBA come in. Bruh, come pull up here. The younger faces that already have something going on could add to their own brands here. Gambling brings in enough money for the NBA. This right here changes it for the players strictly. I'm not going to lie. NBPA United, this is the right move at the right time. And pgLang, what they're doing, capitalizing on this moment to provide a commercial, something so simple but so effective. Bruh, come on, bruh. It's smart. It's smart ripping. It's smart written all over this.
Players, they still did a contract.
We got Queen B in the chat. What's good, Queen B?
We're gonna rent our players' name, image, and likeness to the NBA for them to do those marketing deals. But now, this starting like 2 days ago, we changed that freaking platform. We changed that renting our players contract. We got rid of that. That is voided. Now we're going to be the actual, contract. We as a people, as a player, will do or go out our way to invest in ourselves, to talk to these companies ourselves without having the NBA being a part of that. We are going to speak for the 500 plus players, a part of the NBPA. If we all work together, if we all share the same sentiments, There's no way, there's nothing the NBA can do because we control the NBA. They need us for them to operate. So why do we need them to take our freaking image and our name? We will go out our way to freaking network and market and promote ourselves without having the NBA being the middleman. No more gatekeepers, no more middleman.
Okay,
we are
Chef
taking
Queen
our
Bee.
control back. That's fire. And it's so fire that Drake, even though you and Durant want to be your own entities by yourself and still be freaking puppets, Kendrick Lamar and Dave Free is doing more for Kevin Durant than Drake ever could. It still comes back to the fact that no matter, Drake is always going to be 10, not just 2 steps behind, not 2 steps behind, not 3 steps. Drake is like 10 steps behind Kendrick Lamar. The same thing that Kendrick Lamar holds near and dear to him, where he holds his brand near and dear to him. He holds his freaking, his self-worth near and dear to him. He holds his players, the culture, near and dear to him. He won't sell out the players. He won't sell out himself. He won't sell out his brand. He will take the more difficult route, take more time to make sure that everything, comes together perfectly in the long haul. I got to pace myself for this to operate well. I'm making the bigger business moves than Drake can ever do. While Drake is over there whining for a new contract because he's a desperation, I'm making the business move for the culture. I want to make sure that I can bring as many people as possible to be more independent and have their own self-value around the world. And it's starting at the NBA. It's starting here. The same thing where I'm trying to make sure the players get their brand back and get their likeness back and their image and their name back is the same. It's the opposite of what Drake is doing with his brand. Drake, you are selling your brand away. You are selling your likeness away, your name, your image. You are out there being a thought. I have to go out there and show, hey, Nike, hey, hi, Nike, please give me money. I need it. Me and KD, let's go. Hey, you are selling yourself, doing the complete opposite of what Kendrick Lamar is doing. You're selling your brand. You're selling OVO. You're selling yourself to freaking stake in gambling. You're selling yourself to these companies for money, where Kendrick Lamar is trying to freaking sell to the people. I'm trying to let you know, as a people, do this route. Get your ownership. The IP, do this route to have the most money you will ever make. It is fire! You can't even go to the grocery.
That's a good way to end the video, bro. Is this pgLang planting money trees for the players? The assistance is absolutely right there. I'll tell you that. Drake's still on the landing. Kendrick been down the stairs. We got Raina Rave in the chat. Shout out to the Koala Holics. All right, shout out to Koala T for this right here. This is a phenomenal video, I'm not gonna lie. It took me a little bit to understand, but I'm here with it. You know what I'm saying?